up, right, and hold them up, flashcards. So
Where are you? Yeah.
And I say, hey, what is this? And they would know immediately, oh, that's the Empire State Building, or that's the Liberty or Central Park. I don't know if they would know exactly. Maybe my kids probably would know it's Brooklyn Bridge because we live in Brooklyn. So
right.
You know.
Yeah, Brooklyn Bridge is hard.
Not the United Nations. No one really cares what that looks like, right?
I mean,
it's located in New York, but people wouldn't know from looking.
No, I don't. You would have to tell me.
George Washington Bridge, one point, was very famous because it was like this enormous suspension bridge.
Yeah, I still would. If you showed me a picture of the GW and the Brooklyn Bridge, I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's the Brooklyn. I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's the river, water, or bridge.
Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building.
Statue of Liberty, clearly, Max, it's something like your dollar or something. It's somewhere in some of that money in your pocket, right?
If anything, this is the time of year to be here, right? You got Fashion Week going on. Yankees, Aaron Judge playing out of their minds.
Why, you led with Fashion Week?
It's Fashion Week.
You are very up.
Is Fashion Week
into
still?
Fashion. Yeah, it's still Fashion Week this week. Yep.
Jeez, it seems like Fashion Week's been going on for a month.
It's like Fashion multiple weeks. Fashion month.
I thought it was only. It's still going on.
Still going. Yeah, still going on. Still popping off.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought it was
Kyle
over
Kuzma.
last week.
Yep.
Come on, football's getting heated up. Baseball's heading to the postseason. It's a great time in the city. This is Keyshawn J. Willimax coming to you live from, here's another iconic place in New York, the Seaport District. And Pier 17, brought to you by Chase. So, Key, some of the sound that we heard on the way in to this segment, man, I'm with you 100%. You said, like, Josh Allen's good. That's not in dispute. Everyone knows that. The question is, what do you wind up doing? Because, like, I think of, like, Joe Montana, right? Well, if Marino would have had Bill Walsh, but he didn't, Montana did. Montana not only
he
went.
had Don Shula.
Right. I get it. I'm just. But Montana won 4 Super Bowls. In those Super Bowls, he threw 13 touchdowns, no interceptions. So whatever else he had going for him, it's the West Coast offense, whatever, that accrues to Joe Montana. It redounds to, like, he is great. He's the greatest until Tom Brady. There's no way around it. Like,
I mean,
you
know what's so crazy?
Yeah.
You say, Tom Brady. Some people still don't feel that way, though. There's some people in football, they still feel like Joe the guy.
Well, I mean, he's perfect in Super Bowls.
There's some people that's like, I don't give a damn how many Tom win. Joe's the guy.
So if you want to be the guy, Key, there's a lot of excuses for a lot of people, explanations, whatever. And
I got a lot of them.
Then there's Super Bowls, but you won a Super Bowl. Then there's Super
but I got
Bowls.
a lot of excuses, though. Why I didn't catch for 16,000 yards in a season. A lot of
You're
excuses.
just fine.
Oh, you're in good company. No one on this show did. But the point is, or bad company. So the point is, like, Josh Allen, I'm with you 100%. He's the favorite to an MVP. He's the Terminator. He's playing like a machine sent from as I say, cyborg sent from the future to destroy Patrick Mahomes.
When is he going to finally destroy him?
That's what I'm saying. Mahomes lives in the AFC Championship game. Mahomes has a Super Bowl. Mahomes, he's done all that. He's been to 2, won 1. Key, until Josh Allen does it, I could not put him ahead of Patrick Mahomes.
As the best player in the National Football League?
Yeah.
You mean for right now?
Right now, I'll take Patrick Mahomes over Josh Allen.
So, it's, as they say, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. It's basically the same thing to a degree. Josh Allen in the first 2 games, those 2 interceptions that he's thrown really wasn't his fault. We got to give them to him because it's on the stat sheet. But it's something about the way – and Patrick, look, there's no wrong answer here at all, whether it's we like Patrick Mahomes or we like Josh Allen. I just think recency bias because we just saw him play on a Monday. We saw Patrick Mahomes, I guess, what was it, Thursday?
Yep. Right, on Thursday, it was like Patrick Mahomes. By Monday, Thursday. It's Josh Allen. Yeah.
It was so long ago that we saw Patrick Mahomes. We literally just got out of bed the other day and got a chance to see Josh Allen. This Sunday coming up, we'll see Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes again. And one will be in Miami and wherever Kansas City's playing. I don't know off the top of my head. But we'll have a chance to kind of look at that and say to ourselves, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Patrick Mahomes or would you rather have Josh Allen? Right now, for me, Josh Allen is the best player in the NFL. Doesn't take anything away from Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Donald. Doesn't take anything away from any of those guys. I just think because I saw him play on a Sunday and he just, come on, man, you don't even understand. I hate to say it, but you don't understand how that ball comes off that wrist in that rotation and how it there's a play.
Don't hate to say it. Explain it to us.
There's a play that Stephon Diggs ran on a slant route, and as soon as he turned his head, the ball hit him in the face mask. And Josh Allen didn't even really set his feet. He flipped his hips on a play, on an RPO, and ripped it. And that right there is such a thing of beauty for a receiver to be able to look at the football rotating to judge it as it's getting up on you, much like a baseball player looking at the seams to understand what's coming next. And so when you see that sort of stuff, it's just such a great thing of beauty, man. You just marvel at it. Now, he's got to finish the deal, right? He's got to finish the deal.
Yeah, the velocity in which he throws the ball is just ridiculous. That thing pops off the hand. I think that Josh Allen is the best player, but I think that Patrick Mahomes will probably end up winning MVP because what do we value more? Do more with less, right? So when you start hearing that Stephon Diggs, he's the best wide receiver in the game,
penalized
him
for
or Tay, right?
Teammates, yeah.
Or their defense, it's the best defense in the league. Look at the addition of Von Miller, the pass rush, look where it is. Like all these things to a degree sometimes get held against the best player because it's the narrative is that he has a lot more, right, to do with. Whereas you're watching Patrick Mahomes, like the defense, questions around the defense. Like you lose Tyreek Hill, like the additions, he has to make more magic happen.
So
yeah, but
hold on, Key. I want to play this from yesterday. Stephon Diggs talked to a guy on this show, First Take. Is that what it's called? I know a little bit about this show. I also know the guy who was talking to.
Why are you holding the mic though?
A guy that goes by the name Keyshawn Johnson was talking to Stephon Diggs about the difference between Kirk Cousins and Josh Allen. Listen to this.
Stupid question.
Stephon, you may have answered this question several years ago. I don't know because I never asked you the question. Yeah. But I'm such a jealous individual at the receiver position when I look at some of these quarterbacks some of y'all have. And I just want to know the difference. I'm not trying to get you to start no trouble or anything, but I really want to know the difference.
Hold up now.
I just want to know the difference. Catching the ball, and you went to Pro Bowls in Minnesota with Kirk Cousins, but catching the ball from Kirk, you didn't?
Nah, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it another time.
Well, I thought you did. My bad. I thought you was a Pro Bowler because you was ripping hands off in Minnesota. But anyway, catching a ball from Kirk Cousins versus catching one from Josh Allen, what does it feel like? What's the difference?
Kirk got a lot of touch to his ball. Like Kirk can deliver a ball anywhere, any given time. I was always like, damn, Kirk, you can throw it any kind of way. But Josh, I think Josh has a little bit of he's throwing the ball with a lot of firepower. Like even last night, he had a ball that I say a lot of his balls. He helps me catch them. He throwing it so hard that sometimes it sticks to my helmet or sticks to my chest. So I feel like he throwing the ball with a lot of velocity, especially in the beginning of the game and in those pivotal moments. He got a special arm talent, and everybody knows he throw the ball 80 yards any given time, 90 yards. He's a special guy, man. I'm just blessed to have him.
He was such a baller in Minnesota. I really thought I'm like, you didn't go to a Pro Bowl? Like he was one of the top receivers in Minnesota way back then. Now imagine it's so crazy how some of these dudes, they die and go right to heaven, right? He leaves Minnesota, gets Josh Allen. You know, it's the craziest thing ever, but his career just elevates to another level. Brandon Beane did an amazing job of identifying that Stephon Diggs possibly wasn't being utilized in the right way in Minnesota to help his team get over the hump the way they needed to. And he goes out, gives Minnesota whatever it was that they wanted, gives Stephon Diggs the bag, brings him, and Josh Allen becomes a completely different player than he was the first couple years in the NFL.
That was quite a pickup. He's been unbelievable in Buffalo. Mm-hmm. We want to hear from you. Is Josh Allen the best player in the NFL right now? And if not Josh Allen, who?